Spotlight on Frazee is sponsored by these community-minded businesses and organizations. Frazee Family Foods. What a hometown grocery store should be. Friendly staff, family-owned, and a wide variety of groceries to fulfill your needs. The City of Frazee and Frazee Event Center, featuring a 5,000 square foot room, a built-in stage, and a full-service bar. Perfect for a multitude of events. Call or click to book your event.
Hi, I'm Karen Downing, and this is Spotlight on Frazee. I'm here with Jay Estenson, and it's your 50th anniversary at the Yak-Shack.
Correct.
Right. First of all, tell us, where is the Yak-Shack?
Located on Main Street in Frazee.
Just look for the pretty flowers in the flag, right?
Yeah, we're right next to the grocery store. That's what we tell everybody all the time.
Everyone knows where you are because you've been here forever.
Yes, I have.
So, talk to me a little bit about the history here. You showed me around the little building you started in and where you've come to now. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, the little building next door is where I started. I bought that after I worked for a short time for a fellow who went bankrupt.
Okay.
And anyway, that didn't go well for him. So anyway, I started in there, and
it was pretty small.
Well, it's bigger than you think. It's 20 by 40. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm redoing it right now. Because I had a problem with the side wall, and yeah. Okay. So we may have another business over there. Just I don't want to be involved. I have enough to do.
Okay.
But anyway, the guys are working over there right now. So.
That sounds good. And we were talking before. I thought about it, and you know, being here 50 years, you have taken care of people for their entire lives.
Yes, some generations.
And you told me some really cool stories, especially about booster seats and kids.
Yes, I have one booster seat that I can't throw away because kids that were my kids' age are coming back for their kids' first haircuts, and they like it on that same booster seat. So I saved that booster seat. It's a Humpty Dumpty, which is probably not in the realm anymore of anybody's kids.
Well, they don't know any different.
Well, yeah, true.
And I know that you do all ages.
I do.
And I know I've seen men in here also.
A lot of guys, yeah.
I come here and get my hair cut, and I have to say I really appreciate you. Every time I come in here, I get an excellent cut. I lived in a big city before this, and this is definitely a big city haircut for a small town price. And I really appreciate that. Yeah.
I've never been sorry that I stayed in Frazee. I agreed, when I came here, I agreed to stay 1 year.
Okay.
How'd I do?
You did really well.
Yeah. Within that first year, the lady that had worked sold it to another fellow. He went bankrupt, and then I started my own. I really appreciated at the time Marvin Daggett was mayor, and Bruce Jacobs had just down the street an insurance office, and he was instrumental as well as far as what did I know about workman's comp and unemployment and just insurance in general. And those two guys really helped a lot. So I really appreciated them. Sometimes you don't realize it at the time, but you think when you think back, it's like, oh, they were. So I hope I can be that kind of influence on other people.
I think
I try to.
I think you are influenced.
I try.
You're really a pillar in this community. You know that, Jay.
Well, kind of. Sort of. Thank you.
No, you definitely are. And it's not only with your shop, but everything you do as far as outreach to the community. It seems that you are always there, you're always working, you're always giving.
Well, I really do think that when you own a business, you have to be involved in the community.
Right.
And you just pick out the things that you can do on your own schedule. I do a lot of things late at night. Some people get worried about that, but you know what? I don't get out during the daytime, so it is kind of nice to be out here.
That's because you work really hard.
Well, I have a very fun job. Most people, I have probably a more social job than most people, so I don't really look at it as a job. So
it is a really social job.
It is
actually.
Very social.
And especially in your shop. I know you called it the Yak-Shack, which is really cute, but it is true. I know when I come in here, you and I catch up.
Yes.
And you want to know all the things I've heard. I want to hear all the things you've heard. And by the time I leave, I know everything that's going on in Frazee pretty much.
Somebody brought me a sign that said, "We don't gossip, we're networking." And we really do network a lot.
You do. No, you absolutely do.
A story from yesterday, a guy from Nebraska was here waiting for his wife, and he's sitting on the bench, and he's looking at the Daggett building over there. And he checks it out, and it's 100 years old. And he said, "Why don't they have gas pumps over there?" I said, "I don't know, but I'll check with Fred on that." Because I think it really would be cute.
It would be cute.
So, lots of ideas happen And then sometimes they happen.
Right, and you've seen a lot of, even recently, we've seen a lot of things popping up around town.
Oh, we have. Yeah.
Yep, a couple coffee shops.
Kind of excited for that building over there to see what somebody can think of to go in there. That So
Yeah.
I really didn't anticipate that when we started, but it's looking good in there.
That's good. That's
So-
great. Well, I know that you must be really busy at certain times of year.
Oh, holidays.
Holidays?
Yep.
And-
Mother's Day, and then it's prom, and then it's, Memorial Day, and,
I bet it's hard to get in to see you when it's like
Well,
time for prom and so forth.
You just kind of, the season. You get ready for it, and
And then you just work like crazy.
yeah. I probably work a lot of hours, kind of mixed hours, but I can do that when your kids are gone and your hubby can make supper, and
Oh, that's nice. Yeah. Yeah. I actually have a hubby that does that too once in a
That's
while.
kind of nice, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, you're going to have a big celebration here, and I think you said right in the street here.
We are.
Let's pull out this little slip here so
Okay.
that I'll remember what you
On
said here.
July 1st.
On July 1st.
And
Okay.
we're going to have Tim Egerbrotten with music, and we're going to put a Daggett truck across this way, so it will close off the street. And then they're going to reroute the traffic through the drugstore to get anybody that wants to get that way. And
Excuse me.
I said we network, so got the FFA kids bringing me tables and chairs from Swanson's, and we got garbage cans from the event center, and yeah, it'll be fine. And the new bakery lady is going to bring macaroons, and the ice cream lady that's starting over there is going to bring the ice
Right.
cream machine.
And their names I know are
Sarah Erickson is the ice cream lady, and Carrie, I can't pronounce her last name. She's Carrie. I've known her since she was a little girl.
and she has Home Sweet Bakehouse.
Yes,
I have a little cough here.
and she's making macaroons. So
That'll be fun. And it's
Yeah.
Mama's Pizzeria and Scoop. So we're really excited about those two stores coming in just down the street.
yes,
So we're hoping that in the next month or two that we'll see their doors open, and we'll be doing an update with them pretty soon.
okay,
too.
yeah. It should be fun just for everybody to meet them, and
So are they going to actually block off the street?
yes, they'll block it off here and at the other end, and then people can still get through going that way. So
Okay.
at least that's Tyler's plan for now. So
And you mentioned maybe something light to eat. Are you still going to do that?
I am, but they're doing the desserts.
They're doing the desserts.
Right.
Okay.
I started baking buns already, and we're gonna have turkey sandwiches and barbecues, and I think potato salad and frog eye salad, because I collect frogs. And frog eye salad is something kids will eat.
Right. And isn't frog eye salad made with tapioca?
No, but it looks like tapioca. It's
Little-
cine di pepe noodles.
Oh, okay. I gotcha.
Right.
I gotcha.
But it makes a big batch, and you can make 2 or 3 batches, and you'll have
Right.
enough for.
Right.
It'll work.
Well, I'm really looking forward to
I'm
it.
kind of used to cooking for big crowds, so
Yeah.
it'll be fine.
But you're used to cooking for big crowds. You're cooking for every crowd that I think gathers in this community.
Well, yeah, kind of. I am pretty good at organizing. That's the biggest thing. When you're cooking for a crowd, you need to be organized. So
yeah.
anyway,
I know that I see a lot. I see some elderly people come in that you've been taking care of for quite a long time, and I actually
they weren't so elderly 50 years ago.
They weren't. They weren't. But you stick with them.
Well, yep. You know what? You know their needs. You know who needs a booster, and you know it's just the way it is.
That's right.
So-
And I also know that if you have taken care of someone in their lifetime, that when they pass away, you actually go and fix their hair for them then too.
Yes.
So for
I've
their
done-
their funerals.
Yes, I've done little kids at the funeral home. I've done I've been doing that from the get-go. So it's it's something you can do for that family that nobody else can.
That's right.
So,
well,
especially if you've known them their whole life, you can make them look more like themselves than
that's true.
whatever.
But that's
Just-
a really nice service, Jay.
Yeah. Oh, thank
It's
you.
really
Yeah.
great. And I know that there's a lot of young gals in town too that come here, whether they're getting their hair fixed for, like we talked about, prom or something important like that too. Do you find that the hairstyles change a lot, or is there always standards?
Heavens,
or-
yes, they change a lot.
What has changed the most lately, do you think?
That there's really is not as in the 80s everything was big bangs, and we don't have, it just kind of changes gradually. That's not a yeah. Perms has probably gotten, I do a lot of perms. I do a lot of young guys.
Do you?
For perms, yeah.
Okay.
especially when the mullet thing was in, and some have mullets yet, and mullets are back.
Mullets are coming back, I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
And there was like 4 friends. They're kind of funny. And so when one cuts the mullet off, then we just perm the top. So it's just they kind of follow suit. They're fun too. Kids are fun. Kids are the ones that stop you on the street to thank you for watering flowers, or hey, what are you doing? Do you need some help? Not that elderly don't appreciate it, but the kids are the ones that are. I really do appreciate the kids because we have those young people now are working on the Wanigan Park. They're working on the. We always have a train in town.
Oh yeah, we've got a train
the
in town.
splash pad and the pickleball courts. I love it that they're getting involved.
Yeah.
So.
Well, Jay, I know that you do an excellent job with all ages, men and women, and I really appreciate you.
Thank you.
And I hope that you have. It's actually July 1st is your anniversary,
Exactly.
right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And again, the date of your celebration.
July 1st.
And
it's a Tuesday night, and we're going to do 5 to 7.
Okay.
Right here on the street.
Okay.
So.
Well, I'll see you then.
Yeah. All right. Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us on Spotlight on Frazee, and let's keep Frazee moving forward.
Perfect.